I think that they're going to fire me.
Don't worry about it. I can help you double whatever you have so you won't even have to think about working.
X is out of jail. Be careful. He should be careful.
Andy, I will never be as good as you. You will never be as good as me.
For a shocking discovery.
I'm gonna have you murdered. Count your days, Chief.
That could change their lives.
I'm taking care of your kid. I'm about to lose it.
Forever.
There's a fire.
Can I go see how bad?
Yo, what's good, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another Tyler Perry Sisters review. This is season 6, episode 3, Fanning the Flames trailer breakdown. If this is your first time coming to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning family member, you already know what it is and what it always will be. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe if that's what you choose to do. If not, just sit back, relax, and we're going to get right into this thing. So first thing first, we see Sabrina and Bio. And Bio tells her that he can double her money. Like whatever she has, he can double it. And I said, wait. Bio, you're giving very much scammer. And I don't want that for you. I really don't. But you're coming off like the Africans that pop up in our email. And I don't want that for Sabrina. I'm sorry. I don't want that for Sabrina. I also don't want it for Bio. When he was like, I could double what you have so you don't even have to think about working again. I said, brother, what do you do? Because it smells like it's illegal. That's just me. I don't know, because we don't know much about Bio or any other man on this show, to be exact. But when he said that, I was like, Sabrina, baby girl, keep your head on the swivel. Keep it on the swivel. And Sabrina gave him a look that I was giving him as well. And I think this is probably one of the first and only times that me and Sabrina have been on the same page. Because y'all know we be in the same book, but we be on different pages with Sabrina. We don't know about sis, but this time, I think me and her on the same page. And I said think, because that could change at any given moment. Now we see Danny and Jonah's ex, and she shows up to the airport letting Danny know that he is out of jail and that she should be careful. Danny tells her that he needs to be careful. I said, well, Danny, this man has physically assaulted you on 2 separate occasions, and he's still breathing. I'd say you need to be more careful, sis. Jonah has made it known that he's comfortable showing up to her job and house. And in my personal opinion, he really acts as if he's comfortable with his son growing up without having a father. That's what I get from him. I'm not telling you what I would do to Jonah. At the same time, telling y'all what I would do to Jonah. Moving right on along, we see Andy and Fatima. Now, this scene cracked me the hell up. I don't know what's actually happening in this particular scene with Fatima and Andy, but Fatima tells Andy that she will never be as good as her. Andy confirms. Andy confirms that Fatima will never be as good as her. I said, what? But I'm going to tell y'all like this. I'm not going to give Andy too much. I'm not going to give Andy too much right now, because y'all know how these reviews or these previews, are edited. So I'm going to let sis live. I'm going to give her a reprieve for now. But the look on Fatima's face screamed, bitch. And I don't even like using that word, but that's what Fatima's face said to me. She was kind of like taken aback by Andy's response. And I said, well, maybe Andy's going to say, you'll never be as good as me. You'll be just as good as me or better. But honestly, I can't see Andy giving Fatima that type of compliment. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Like I said, I ain't going to get into my Andy bag right now. I'm going to save it for after the show airs. Then I'll have like another perspective. But right now, I ain't going to give Andy too much. We see Maurice and Q. And I said, Lord, why is Maurice at this hospital? He is telling Q that he's going to have him murdered and that he needs to count his days. Y'all, there is no reason for Maurice to be at this hospital. There is no reason for Maurice to be in Q's presence. Maurice acts as if he's not out on bail. $1 million bail. He is just acting like he's a free man. In some essence, he is, but in the bigger purpose or bigger picture, he's not. And so it just amazed me. I'm like, how did you? There is no security. There is no nothing, because we know that Logan is the one that, that is working with Q. So I'm like, where is Logan right now? Maybe he's gonna come back, in the picture. But I'm thinking, how did Maurice just easily get access to this man's room and was able to enter? I said, what is going on? I really don't understand this thing right now. And it's like, he's in this mess, and he brought Sabrina in this mess because Q was secretly recording him, and Maurice jokingly admitted to the bank robbery. And I'm like, what makes you think that Q isn't recording you now? What makes you think that his room isn't under surveillance, that he's not being watched by the police? Like, I'm not understanding this. It really just makes no sense. And Maurice's intelligence it is really coming into question. I believe that it has been coming into question for a long time. But with this, I'm like, how dumb, honestly, can you be? It really doesn't make sense. So we see Zach, Fatima, Heather, and Heather's man, and they're at Heather's house. And we see in another preview that when Zach and Fatima show up, Michael is outside. It looks like he's outside by himself, which he probably is. So we see Zach and them in the house, and Heather's man is going off on Zach, saying, I take care of your kid. And in another preview, he was like, next time you come, bring some money. And y'all already know how I feel about this particular storyline. I don't like it. The main reason that I don't like it is because I hate, and I'm gonna stop using that word so much. I despise. I'm gonna go with that. I despise the way that Heather's character is being written, because when she first initially came up on the scene, if I remember correctly, her thing was, even if she was about money, she wasn't presented that way. She was presented like, okay, she may be a little ratchet or whatever the case may be, but it's like, I want you to know this is your child, so on and so forth. She hired a private investigator to track Zach down so that she could let him know about his son. Now, all of a sudden, she's money hungry. She's about money. And for someone to be about money, $2,000 a month is nothing. So just even the fact that Tyler is representing her in that manner, now we're meeting her man. And to me, it further paints the picture that Heather is a bad mom. She has the wrong elements around her son. I just don't like that. Not that there aren't women like that there are not bad mothers out there, because there are. I just hate that in this particular story that she is being presented that way after she's been raising her son by herself without Zach or his money for the past 3 years. Now, all of a sudden, her character has to be assassinated for Zach to look like the better person. And I just hate that. And it has nothing to do, now I know some people going to say it's because I don't really care for the character of Zach. And that has nothing to do with it. I would feel this way if any other type of character was getting this treatment. But for me personally, I don't see any other character on this show that other people have to be belittled and their character have to be drugged through the mud in order for them to look good. Zach, for me, is the only character that gets that privilege, and I really hate it. I felt so much could have been done with this storyline. That's just me. Tyler has the right to do whatever he wants. But for me, I just feel like there could have been a different way to manage this storyline without making her look like the bad parent, without making her look like, oh, she's just this ratchet girl who ain't doing right by her child. And I hate that narrative. But I'm going to let it be. We really didn't get too much with that. We'll move on. So we see Pam, and she's talking to the firefighter. He lets her know that there was a fire. I'm like, duh, Sherlock. But anyway, Pam asks, can she go see how bad it is? And that's how this particular thing ended, this particular Pam scene on this particular preview. And I'm just like, I have a tug of war with this, because I'm like, for Karen to be, this bright woman that has this business, I'm not understanding why there's no sprinkler system. I'm not understanding why there's not like an alert or something that would have alerted her that something was going on with her shop as far as like a fire or something like that. I don't understand why there are no cameras there. I have a lot of questions. You know what I'm saying? I just have just my mind, and I'm sure some of y'all had some of those questions too, but I did. I had some of those questions about, what's going on. She's probably, Karen character probably won't be seen in this episode. I'm not sure, but we'll see how it goes. Again, this is Sisters, Season 6, Episode 3, Fanning the Flames, trailer breakdown. We're going into this is the third episode. The first episode was all right. I'm saying it was all right. Second episode, yeah. That's how I feel. That's just how I feel. Third episode, we gonna see. Someone did ask me how I felt about the show having new writers. A lot of people was commenting there, and I got some people I was engaging in conversation with via DM. And honestly, I don't know. I am happy that the show has garnered new writers. However, I feel has the show, is it too much damage to come in and try to change it? And if, you have these new writers, will it change the dynamic, and will it change the tone of the show so much that it causes like a conflict, like people may not enjoy it, or people, I just don't know. But, I'm ready, and I'm more than ready to watch and see what these new people are bringing to Sisters come season 7. I think they actually just got done wrapping season 7. Like, they're done. So yeah, I want to thank you guys for listening. Until next time, I will holler at y'all later, and y'all be safe out there.